I have doubt. I don't make decisions because I'm afraid of the consequences. I don't, do these things because I'm worried about what people think. I don't say or act or proceed in a certain way because I have doubt about what the consequences are. I don't know what's going to happen if I do that. How do you overcome that? Doubt is fundamentally based on ignorance, a lack of knowledge. If I don't understand what the possibilities are, I may fear things that aren't really there. I say, and if you think about this, I say a phrase, worrying, doubt, is like paying debt on a loan you may not owe. So, if I'm attempting to overcome doubt, I have to recognize that first, is there a good reason for me to doubt? Is there a good reason for me to be concerned about the discomfort I have? Well, get the knowledge. Find out, what it is creating that fear, that worry, that concern, that doubt. What's creating that? If I understand that, then I'm much more likely to overcome it. If it's because I don't know whether or not they're going to like me, okay, well then let's go find out what they would like to hear. Let's go find out what would satisfy them, and then I won't have doubt about how I'm going to proceed. Let's do some reconnaissance. Let's find out. If I find out the answers to the test, if I find out information, I am less likely to doubt. And what are the consequences? Who cares if I make a mistake? Who cares if I don't make the team today, I'll make it tomorrow? Maybe not making it right now was the thing that needed to happen for me, not to me, in order for me to get smarter and understand I need to prepare better. The concept is that things like doubt, fear, those kinds of emotions are needless emotions. They are really, at best, triggers. Things to tell you I need to get more information. Beyond that, they're destructive. Beyond that, they're not helpful. They weigh you down. Doubt doesn't need to be in your life. Doubt is in your life because you create it. And you create it because you want to hold yourself back from something. Why? There's no need to hold yourself back. Be the best person you could be. If you don't know something, go find out the answer. Don't worry about the consequences as long as it's not reckless. If something happens, as long as I know either I will get this or I will get that from the result, as long as I can accept either one of those, then I shouldn't have doubt about it. I want to perform well. I want to be right. I want to be best. I want to be correct. I'm only going to be that way if, in fact, I really understand what the consequences are. I got the information. So overcoming doubt starts with a belief system of, number one, at best, it's a trigger. It just tells you you need to get more information. Number two, it is based on a lack of information. Number three, it does nothing useful for you. Nothing. And there is nothing that you have to worry about, that you have to be concerned about, the fact that you don't know, that you doubt. Once you recognize that, you'll start to feel as though, you know what? I don't need to have that emotion in my life. I don't need that. It's okay if I don't know something, I'm just going to find it out. It's okay if I don't know everything. Maybe sometimes I don't need to. Worry is really a wasted emotion. At best, it's only a trigger. What do I mean by that? It's an indicator to you that I need to get more information. I need to take steps to do something that will eradicate this mystical concern that might or might not occur. See, I'm ready to worry all the time if you give me evidence for worry. I don't get it. I don't get how it benefits you to worry. That's not to say you can't be nervous. That's not to say that you can't be concerned about an outcome. That's not to say that I don't want to excel or I don't want to make you happy and so I am concerned or I am, quote, worried about it. But it is not dysfunctional. It's the concept that triggers me to say, okay, well, what can I do to make you happy? Or what can I do to pass that test? Or what can I do? And I'm going to do everything I can in that regard. And then I'm going to leave it up to fate. I'm going to leave it up to God. I'm going to leave it up to whatever spiritual, religious, self-belief system that says that things happen for a reason. That says that if I do everything in my power to do the best I can, chances are it will give me a better chance to get a better result. So worrying is not a productive emotion. When you worry, write it down. Ask yourself, what am I worried about? I'm worried that my kids won't this. I'm worried that my father won't. Okay, why don't you write it down and then say, how would I solve that problem? What would be the way that I would solve the problem? Either one, it's solvable, or two, it's not. If it's solvable, then find ways to get information for those things you're worried about, so you don't worry. If it's not solvable, there's no way you can control whether they're going to win or lose. You're worried about how people are going to think about it. You're worried about whether they're going to be sick. You're worried about this or that. You have to realize that sometimes that worrying does nothing. Sometimes the best thing you need to do is channel more energy towards supporting the person, or channel more energy towards helping them get that information, or channel more energy to the reality that whatever happens, it will happen for a good reason. It will not happen to them, it will happen for them. By doing that, what I have done is I have created an environment that is more productive for me. I can't control everything, I can't know everything. So what? Big deal. What I am gonna do is I am gonna think about, hey, if I have that feeling, I'm gonna realize that it really doesn't do much for me. It may trigger me and say to me, you know what, I need to be more prepared, I need to get more information, but I'm gonna go and do it. I'm not gonna allow that emotion to drag on me. I'm gonna write it down and then evaluate it. Is there evidence for me to worry? If there is, I'll worry. Chances are, even if you had evidence, there really isn't much to worry about, because worry is an emotion that just preys on you. It just makes you feel in a negative way for something that you don't even know whether it's going to occur. How can that be productive? How can that be helpful? It can't. So when you have that feeling, stop for a moment and say, what am I gaining on this? How is that productive? That's the key. Ask yourself, how is that making me feel better? How is that helping the situation? How is that enabling me to assist in making that situation better, in remedying that problem and getting that solution? You'll realize that it doesn't. Take your energies and channel them toward getting the solution, getting the information that will eliminate the need to worry, the need to doubt, the need to fear. And you'll find an amazing way of coping with that debilitating emotion.